Welcome, brothers. Welcome to another episode of Black Men's Digest TV. I'm your host, J. Anthony Smith, and we're here today to talk about the topic of mentoring, how important mentorship is to young men. Today I have with me Demetrius Kilgore, who is the founder and president of Finding Me Academy, and we're going to talk about what it took for him to get to the stage of being a mentor and why being mentored or having a mentor is so important to his daily activity and how he interacts with others. Hey, Demetrius, how you doing today?
Doing well, James. Yourself?
I'm great. Thanks for coming and allowing us to take this time to talk with you more. So, give us a little bit of background on what got you to this point.
Well, growing up as a troubled youth and having to follow this background, it really sparked the vision of Finding Me Academy because I knew at that time I was trying to find myself.
With Finding Me Academy, you tied in the realm of sports as well as the spiritual and just basic guidance on young teens in general. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, we hone in on their purpose or purposes because I believe every child has greatness within them. It just takes certain individuals or possibly situations to bring their purpose out.
Okay, well, great. We just have a few questions that we're going to ask you to kind of help us point us in the right direction. So, who mentored you and how did that impact your life?
It was Pat Magley. He came along in a great time of my life. I was hurt. I was a hurt child, and he took me under his wing and really helped mold who I was. I mean, it was amazing how I came in and had so much anger because my dad wasn't there, but just having him vicariously step in and say, hey, you don't have to go around this way, channel your anger towards serving God, finding out what your purpose is, working out your soul salvation. And it catapulted me into playing for Hall of Fame coach Gene Cater at Purdue University, having some NBA experience. I was blessed to be a JUCO All-American, actually first team. I was the #1 shooting guard in the nation prior to going to Purdue. And I had an opportunity to play in the NBA even before I went to Purdue. And all those things that I endured as a child worked together for my good, and I just believe that Pat Magley, if it wasn't for Pat Magley, I wouldn't have had that foundation as a man. Children come up confused, or even it doesn't have to even be like the same sex, it can be the opposite sex, and you still have trouble in the household. But if you have someone who can step in and say, all right, I know your environment is messed up, but here, I'm going to show you this path, take this path, utilize it for your good. So then that way, as you grow and you become more mature, you can be able to help somebody else get to the next level.
Okay.
You have to be consistent. I truly believe that if you're consistent in every area of your life, it sets the precedence for anything that you do. Whether you're consistent as being a father, if you're consistent at getting up at a certain time in the morning, or if you're consistent of going to work and giving your all at that job, or if you're starting a business, you're pouring all you have in that business. It starts with consistency. And consistency also entails keeping your word. I'm huge on that. I always talk about that in any interview I partake in. If someone gives me their word, I hold true to it. And vice versa, if I give somebody my word, I want them to hold true to that. Of course, we're going to make mistakes. We're going to drop the ball at times. We're human. But just be accountable. The accountability is huge.
Consistency is definitely the key. If you're going to position yourself to be a mentor to the youth and to people around you, you have to be consistent because they follow everything that you say. Whatever you say you're going to do, you have to very well do it, or they're going to then not really follow what you're going to say because they don't think you're telling the truth.
Right.
Okay?
Definitely.
All right.
Because I think they need mentors. We have a lot of men who, we carry a lot of weight on our shoulders as a man, first and foremost. You have to be the provider, the protector, you're the leader of your household, and if you're not guiding in those pathways, sometimes distractions come, and they don't fit in to help the kids out, but somebody help them out. I really thank God that He directed me in the path that He did with basketball and keeping me focused for His purpose. But yeah, I'm kind of afraid to even think about it.
So brothers, there is a need for mentors. Men need to have a good role model in their life to help them. But in order to be one, you have to know where you are in your life as well. Like Demetrius said, it's like the blind leading the blind. So if you are a man that is living a positive life that can help and reach back to help other young men to get where you are, then definitely do that. But in also that same instance, you have to be consistent. You have to be a man of your word, because you never know, one word that you may say may lead a young man down the path that he may eventually help someone else. So we definitely want to reach back and teach one another. So that's today's episode of Black Men's Digest about mentoring. Definitely come back next week where we'll have more exciting information. So in parting, always remember, love God, love yourself, and we'll see you next week.